Boys and girls, here we are. We're back in Illustrator. Let's do a couple things here. So I got my file open. Again, I'm going to delete these on the side here. All right, so first thing, navigating Illustrator is a little different. You zoom in with Command plus, Command minus, like you're maybe used to on your browser. So that's a good way to zoom in. It's also handy when we're doing laser work to put the rulers on. So Command R to show and hide the rulers. Okay, that's a good way to check if things are in the right scale. Like, oh, that's supposed to be 2 inches, and you can use the rulers to check. All right, so the top arrow, the selection tool, V is your shortcut, allows you to select things. Okay, and then you can drag them around. So you have to select on an actual path or a point to drag it around. So notice I'm selecting, and I can move this up here. In the laser, you typically want to position things top left. That's 0, 0 on the laser. Now I need 2 of these wheels, so I'm going to copy paste. Command C, Command V. There's a second wheel. And I'm going to position it. Now be careful. If you position things overlapping, you're not going to be able to select them and separate them again. So try to be careful when you're copying pasting. Leave yourself a lot of space. I'll move this frame over here just to get it out of the way for now. I'm going to take this wheel, Command C, Command V, paste it, put another one underneath it, and then I'm going to select both of them and move them up. Now look what happens if I select a little piece of the other wheel. That gets selected, and you don't want to move that. So be careful when you're selecting things. Give yourself a lot of space. There we go. I'm going to move this over here. Now I got 4 wheels. I got my frame. All right, try to get things tight. We don't want to waste material. All right, so there we go. Now, if you need more space, like this is pretty narrow, 8.5 inches. There's the tool for the artboard, which is the white space called the artboard. It's right over here. So I'm going to click it, and now I can just stretch this wider. The laser, you have 24 inches of space, so, go big. There we go. Now I have space to work. And what I want to do is I want to rotate this guy 90 degrees. It'll fit better on my space. So if you hover near a corner, look at the icon change. See that rotation-y looking thing? And it rotates around the middle at this point because there you go. Now I got my pieces nice and tight. Almost ready to go. All right, cool. That's a good positioning. I'm happy with that. Now the final thing you need to do before we bring this file to the machine is set the line weight. Okay, the thickness of the line has to be very thin. That way the laser knows to cut. That's how it knows. Okay, so select everything. You can do Command A or select everything there. And on my laser over here, on my Illustrator over here, we have the stroke. The stroke is the line, right? There's no fill, which is good. There's no color on the inside, but there is a stroke, and it's 0.009. So I'm going to take that to 0.001. Thousandth of an inch, 0.001. Enter. Now, see, it got real thin. That's what you need to make the laser know to cut. Precision, folks. There we go. Okay, final step, file save. And now you're going to save it as a .ai. Okay, trapracerparts.ai, Illustrator, and hit save. It's going to ask you what version. Now the machine by the laser doesn't have this latest version, but for simple files like this, you can just save it as Illustrator 2020. Click OK. And now it's going to save for me on my desktop. Okay, so we want to do all this setup on your laptop, not at the laser laptop, because then people are waiting in line. Okay, so bring your file on a USB drive, a flash drive, to that machine, ready to go. You just open it, and you hit File, Print, etc., etc. I'll go over that with you in a bit later. Okay, this is how we prep our files for the laser. Have a great day.